So again, we've got an extremely talented member makeup on the Financial Services Committee. Our ranking member is one, and I will turn it over to him at this point. His members, and he has done an awful lot of work on this. Spencer Bachus from Alabama.
Thank you, Eric. Eric Tanner, Republican whip, has demonstrated great leadership on the economic issues. As we all know, we're in challenging times, and Eric, I commend your direction and leadership. Let me start by saying this: consumer protection is essential for a properly functioning financial market. If there was any lesson we learned last September, you have to have a vigorous, healthy financial market. If you don't, consumers are going to suffer. We found out also that you cannot separate consumer protection from safety and soundness. If you do not have good safety and soundness, consumers will not be protected. And on the other hand, if you don't protect consumers, it undermines the financial system. What we are considering this week, and the reason for this press conference, we are considering legislation, in fact we will vote on it today in committee, that we believe will both harm consumers and undermine the safety and soundness of the financial system. At a very time when our economy and our financial system is trying to recover, what has been proposed by the Democrats is a sweeping new consumer finance rationing and design authority. It gives one person, a credit rationing czar or a director, the right to make all types of decisions. They can ration credit, they can impose taxes on small businesses or assessments, they can restrict credits, they can limit the offerings that a financial company gives, and of all the losers, the greatest loser, if this legislation passes, is going to be small business, because small business, more than some of our largest companies, they're having trouble getting financing. I'm sure that the other members, when you go home, you hear what I hear is, we can't get a loan. And in fact, this legislation will further restrict credit and ration credit. Let me tell you how unprecedented this new authority is, and this new empowering one person, one individual, with the right to make decisions. There are 33 independent federal agencies today, and none of those is a director or an individual given the power to make regulations and impose taxes and fees and assessments on companies at his total discretion. And every other independent agent, a commission is impaneled. There is a commission here, but the director only has to seek advice for them. Then he can make a totally independent decision. That we have never had in the history of our country. Creating, as I say, this new credit czar is going to prolong the economic downturn, and it's going to hurt job creation, because who creates the most jobs? Small businesses. Republicans have offered an alternative which will vigorously protect consumers and preserve the safety and soundness of the system. But more importantly, what we propose will not ration credit, it will not fix interest rates, it will not impose additional excessive compliance costs, it will not stifle innovation, and it will not create an expensive new government bureaucracy. At this time, I'd like to recognize the ranking member of the Financial Institutions Subcommittee, Mr. Henschling, Jeff Henschling of Texas, who has been directing our markup efforts on this new bill. And let me say this, just before we came here for the press conference, the chairman of the committee, Barney Frank, took an unprecedented action. He stopped debate. He moved for the previous question, even though we had several amendments still pending. When he made that attempt, I asked him for 10 or 15 more minutes to offer a few more important amendments, and that was turned down. Last year we were here sometimes in markup as late as 10 o'clock, had markups extending over 2 or 3 days on legislation that was not nearly as overreaching or empowering as this legislation. So that is unfortunate, and just like the agency it would create, it's unprecedented to cut off debate and censor debate.